What's up, guys? Barbarian or Bust here today with the Frenzy Thorns build. Let's clear pit 105. Alright, this build uses 0 Uber Uniques. Just requires you to be crazy angry and have lots of rage. Alright, let's get out of those. So this is just a different way to play. I found Frenzy Thorns a lot of fun back in Season 3, and I thought I'd give it another try. Interestingly enough, I really wish that we had more spots to have more aspects. A couple aspects I actually wanted to add that I can't would be intercom. That one is key for this. But we literally just run out of slots. And we don't even, I don't know, like when you look at the skills, there was really, Wrath of the Berserker was just, I don't know, like a last pick, to be honest. Because really the combination that you want to use is you want to use Steel Grasp and then your Challenging Shout and just frenzy away. Okay. And sometimes you do gotta get in the way of that stuff, though. And the odd time you use Wrath of the Berserker just for its unstoppable effect. Other than that, it's really not needed. Because we get Berserking through our Steel Grasp, and we also get it through our War Cry. But you see, I am standing quite a bit. And that's why we could really use intercom in this build. But we just don't have enough tempering aspects. Sorry, we just don't have enough aspects. We're pretty short on aspects, even though we have 4 weapons. Anyone who's not a barb will get mad at that one, eh? A barb saying he doesn't have room for enough aspects. I'll get no sympathy from anyone on that. I gotta say, Season 4 has been an absolute banger. I've really enjoyed Season 4. I enjoyed the PTR for Season 4. And the actual season itself has been a lot of fun. Still looking forward to Season 5. There has been some changes made already, so I'm really curious to see those. Alright. Curious to see how well Season 5 plays. And also very curious on how the Spiritborn plays. Barb is definitely going to be my main. I'm going to try Spiritborn on my own time. I may or may not make videos about it. I'm really not sure right now. Did have some cool skills. I might do a quick video on it. We'll see. But right now it's all about the Frenzy Thorns. Mainly the Frenzy. This build is so mobile as well. I love it. I feel like you can speed through the map. It's almost like you don't need a mobility skill. It's like it's got it built in. Nothing really hits you a lot anyway. But when they do, you do hit back, which is a good thing. Oh, we don't want to get hit by this. The shield guys kind of suck. Let's get rid of this guy first, huh? See, that's where Wrath of the Berserker is needed. Only when you're like passed out, knocked out. Other than that, we don't need it. Alright, let's get these guys over here. slash him up. We do use the Magnum Opus. I think any dual wield build that doesn't use the Magnum Opus is probably silly. Magnum Opus is just really powerful. So while we are actually invulnerable right now, we take 0 damage. That means our Thorns also takes 0 damage. So we can't even hurt anyone with our Thorns right now. So my suggestion is not to take that, because you'll do less damage to them. As you see, this is much harder to kill right now, because we don't have our Thorns damage. So even though it looks like Thorns may not be doing too much, it really is. See, look at that. Now that that's gone, we literally killed them in no time. Okay, we're gonna leave that guy go. He gets to live today. And Rallying Cry is only to give us more Fortify. We obviously don't spend any resource, and we also use it actually to be unstoppable as well. But the main reason is Fortify. We use Wrath of the Berserker to be unstoppable, because it is a pricey way to actually have berserking. Okay, maybe we couldn't like drag this guy along. Dead end. Dang it. Alright, we should go back up the other way. Another dead end. Okay. So, by default, this cannot be a dead end. There we go. Let's get rid of these guys. And fight the boss soon. Get some unstoppable going. Clearly not as good as Bash, but just a different way to play. I do like trying to do off-meta builds. I like to be a variety channel, if possible. Even though some of the builds do suck and are not powerful. Like Upheaval. But I still think it's important to know that, hey, if you're willing to try that, this is what I tried, and this is what worked or didn't work. See, this build definitely works. I like it. It's fun too. Steel grasp him in, and then boom, boom, boom. I really like the Steel Grasp skill. I just think it works really well. It just synergizes with so many skills in the Barb. Okay, after this little pack, we should be ready for the boss. Maybe this guy might do it? No? Is there another guy right there? Oh, just one. That's too bad. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Okay, we'll take out these guys first. There we go. Ah, the Den Mother. Not a bad one. So the big thing about the boss is what you have to do is you have to keep using Steel Grass to get your vulnerability up all the time. That, I would say, is probably the most annoying part about the boss. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Dodge as many things as you can, and just hammer away. Try not to get hit by everything. Like those things, and here we go. I must wait. Pop that Wrath of Berserker, make sure that we don't get stunned. Okay, our next one, he should. There we go. Awesome. And we're stunned as well. That sucked. Berserker out of that. So it definitely comes in handy, but you don't need it very often. Okay, Lilith, let's walk out of the way of her. Always great to see her. Okay, way to go. So we can tank pretty much everything. Alright, on the home stretch now. Don't want to get hit by her. Not ready yet. It's my dog in the background. Alright, and that was Frenzy Thorns in Pit 105. So the boss does take a little bit of time, but other than that, fun build, tanky build, let's go over it. In the helmet, we use the Helmet of Might as we use Frenzy all the time. On here, I would go Strength, Max Life. I would either do cooldown reduction or Max Resource. Both are good. You want Max Resource because of the Magnum Opus. You want cooldown reduction to make your skills obviously cool down faster. And for your tempers, you want Imposing Presence, and you also want Thorns while fortified. I ran out of tempers and we landed on Tough as Nails. Not the worst thing, but also not the best. And in the chests, we have the Razor Plate. And the gauntlets, we use Pain Gorgers. And for the pants, you want Max Life, any resistances that you need, and Ranks to Frenzy. And for your temperings, Thorns while fortified and Imposing Presence. And for this aspect, you'd want the Undying aspect. Now, these are the same boots that I've had for quite a while. I use these on other builds. You don't want mobility cooldown, you want movement speed. I think one with Steel Grasp stuns is absolutely amazing, but that's my personal preference. If you want to have more Thorns, then you definitely want to use Thorns while fortified. And for a two-handed mace, we do take the Needle Flare. The Needle Flare is on the two-handed mace for that 80%. And for here, I have Strength, Max Life, and Vulnerable Damage. And for tempering, you want damage to close. And there wasn't too many good temperings that I really needed, so I put Berserk Duration so that we are berserking literally 100% of the time. And on here, I did want a sword, but I found this really good axe, so I used this instead. And we put the Moon Rising aspect on the one-hander. Strength, Max Life, Vulnerable Damage, damage to close. Here I put Frenzy Duration, and it does the duration of the 20% seconds for, as you see, 4 seconds here. That's really good because when you are now having your stacks of Frenzy, it takes longer for those stacks to actually disappear, which means you have them up almost all of the time. And here we have the Magnum Opus. Absolutely no brainer for this build, as we don't spend resource, so this 0.4 is always dealing as much damage as possible. And in our other two-hander, we take the Ancient's Oath. This is a favorite of mine. I really wish this weapon had more uses. Anything hit by Steel Grasp takes 56% more damage for 5 seconds. Another reason why you have to Steel Grasp all of the time. The synergy between this, Pain Gorgers is awesome. And then we take Bold Chieftains, and on both of my rings I have damage with Berserking and Resource Generation. Instead of Resource Generation, you want Brawling Skill cooldown or Warcry cooldown, either or. Both are good because both will take down your Warcry, one obviously more than the other. Besides that, there's not too much in the resource section that you need to take for this. And this one is Adaptability, and for the Amulet, we do take the Battle Trance. As you see, I got really lucky with having the Greater Affix to Frenzy on both pieces. My resistances are almost capped out with just a little cold missing. We use a two-handed axe for our weapon expertise. And for our skills, we have 7 points into Frenzy, to Enhanced Frenzy, to Combat Frenzy, 3 ranks to Imposing Presence, 3 ranks to Martial Vigor, 3 ranks to Rallying Cry, 4 Strategic Rallying Cry, 1 rank in Outburst, 1 rank in Tough as Nails, 3 ranks in Challenging Shout, 4 Strategic Challenging Shout, 3 ranks to Warcry, 4 Mighty Warcry, 3 ranks to Swiftness, 3 ranks to Booming Voice, 3 ranks to Aggressive Resistance, 3 ranks to Pit Fighter, 3 ranks to Slaying Strike, 3 ranks to Steel Grasp. For Fighter Steel Grasp, 3 ranks in Thick Skin, 3 ranks in Counteroffensive. I have 2 ranks in Defensive Stance, 3 ranks into Duelist, 3 ranks to Tempered Fury, as we want as much Fury as possible. We only need 1 rank into Wrath of the Berserker. Our key passive is Unconstrained. And for the Paragon board, our first board we put in Exploit. Our second board is Carnage, where we use Ambidextrous. The third board is Warbringer, where we take Martial and take as many Max Fury nodes as possible, and of course Life. Our fourth board, we go over to the left. We take Weapon Master for Revenge. And I had a couple extra points, so I took Hunter Killer. Our fifth board is Decimator with Ire. And our sixth and final board is Blood Rage with Territorial. So with the Paragon board, make sure you do go in that specific order so you do get the bonuses. So board 1. Carnage is board 2. Warbringer is board 3 for the bonuses there. Weapon Master is board 4. Decimator is board 5. And Blood Rage is board 6. And that is Frenzy Thorns. Most of these items should be fairly easy to get, and if you like Frenzy, give this build a try. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.